Hi everybody, my name is Kevin, and although I'm not a doctor, I made possible a huge breakthrough in reducing burn scars. The breakthrough is spray-on skin. Spray-on skin is based upon my discovery that the skin disease hand eczema enables flawless burn healing. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, so this is what happened. Many years ago, I healed perfectly from a burn, a small but deep burn on my hand. I then spent 4 years and hundreds of hours of my free time contacting scientists, trying to get one interested in the phenomenon. Eventually, these two took an interest, and they both had great success very quickly. This is George Gerlach of the University of Pittsburgh. This is Fiona Wood, who is a famous burn surgeon in Australia. Mr. Gerlach's success began in early 2006. Ms. Wood's began in late 2008. Neither of them contacted me. I did not know people had heeded my suggestion to investigate hand eczema. Both of them used a simple theory I was pitching to doctors. A theory that went like this. Hand eczema happens when nature tries to heal non-existent burns. Its weird range of symptoms are the result of nature trying to heal different severities of non-existent burns. Your hands can get red like a sunburn, they can get calluses, or they can look like tapioca pudding. Those would be a first, a second, and a third degree phantom burn. I said it all starts when sweat accumulates within the skin. With a real burn around the perimeter, there will be just enough injury to close off pores, but not enough to damage sweat glands located deeper in the skin. The glands are going to keep producing sweat, and it's going to accumulate within the skin, and in a real burn, all healing will begin around the perimeter. Now, spray on skin works great, it's fantastic, it's amazing, but it does have one limitation. It does not work well on deep, full thickness burns where, of course, sweat glands are damaged. That could change, however. That could change if I can expose the dishonesty, the big lie of these two. If scientists all around the world knew of spray-on skin's origins in a skin disease, they could study it, and they might get it to work for full thickness burns. Okay, let's go back now to 2006 and Mr. Gerlach. How did he learn about my ideas? I believe he got them from employees at the National Institutes of Health in Washington, D.C. I have a lot of circumstantial evidence of that. I'm not going to show it here. That would take too long for this video. Instead, I will just say this. Mr. Gerlach spent the first 22 years of his career studying liver disease, and then in early 2006, he veered off into burn research, and then in just 3 or so months, he made a huge breakthrough. This guy, I believe, was Mr. Gerlach's first patient. Now, the story gets a bit complicated. Believe it or not, U.S. Army doctors have been involved from the beginning. Army doctors, since 2006, have done clinical trials of Mr. Gerlach's spray-on skin. Army doctors have also orchestrated an elaborate cover-up. For example, Army doctors rewrote this research paper to make it appear to be about spray-on skin when it originally was not. Here's another example. In April 2008, the Army launched its Armed Forces Institute of Regenerative Medicine. And in this press release, they said they were going to look for new ways to reduce burn scars. But here you see, 2 years earlier, they had already achieved a big breakthrough. 1 month after the press release, Mr. Gerlach appeared in Newsweek magazine with his new skin spray gun. Okay, we are now in mid-2008 with our story here. Late 2008 is when Ms. Wood entered the picture. What happened? I believe Ms. Wood learned of Mr. Gerlach's achievement, possibly by way of Newsweek, and she contacted Gerlach or the Army, and she threatened to accuse Mr. Gerlach of stealing a technology she had experimented with between 2002 and 2007. That technology was called cell spray, and it was indeed a type of spray on skin. However, very important here, this is very important, cell spray was a complete failure, and in 2007, Ms. Wood abandoned it. So, how did she have any leverage then? After all, she was going to accuse people of stealing a technology that never worked at all, a technology she had abandoned. To know the answer, you have to know about her personal history and her status as a national hero in Australia. In 2002, she treated a bunch of Australian tourists who were burned in a terrorist bombing in Indonesia. She got a bunch of media attention, and it went to her head, and she began lying. She began publicly claiming she was reducing scars using her cell spray technology when, in fact, she was having no success at all with it. Eventually, she became a national hero in Australia. By 2007, she wanted to dump cell spray, the very technology she had publicly bragged about for years. So, late 2008, Ms. Wood contacted the Army or Mr. Gerlach, and they knew she was a big hero in Australia. They knew Australian journalists would cover her accusations of technology theft. And what did they do? How did they respond? They capitulated. They let her join their fraudsters club. And that is why in early 2009, Ms. Wood very suddenly began having great success reducing scars. Okay. Ms. Wood joined the fraudsters in late 2008 or early 2009, and you may be wondering, has the Army helped her? Has the Army conducted any kind of cover-up operations or done anything deceiving to benefit her? And the answer is yes. In 2010, the Army created a fake medical supplies company they named the Marine Group. They then published this fraudulently dated video, which purported to show a resale kit being used in 2003. In fact, resale kits did not exist until 2009. And that's the end of the story. That's the end of my video. There is more to the video, and if you want to know a little bit more, you want more information, you can just keep watching. If you want to know a lot more and want to see a lot more documents, you can check out my civil complaint. Otherwise, this is indeed the end of the video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone's support. Tell your friends about my channel. Tell your friends about my video. Tell your local news journalists, perhaps also. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you.